Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another video. Today we have episode 5 of Rags to Richie in the GE. If you have not seen episode 1 yet, be sure to check that out first to get all of the rules and regulations of this account. You can also find a summary of the rules in the description. My Discord server can be found at the top of the description as well, and be sure to join that if you would like to chat. Don't forget that every like on this video will be 1 million coins that I have to give away. Stick around until the end of the episode to see who wins this time. Don't forget to comment your RSN down below if you want a chance to be chosen, but without any further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode. This episode, we're probably going to be going for 1000 total level. I do know one thing, I want to work on my fletching. I know I keep saying that and I keep saying that. I'll go ahead and say that the goal that I have is level 95. The reason I'm doing fletching now, since we've got our magic up, we are to the point where we could use a Vecna skull to enchant onyx bolts. Should be profitable to make the onyx bolts from scratch. That'll be a good way to get up to level 95. Oh, I almost forgot, we can start doing Hunter now with the Divine Kebbit Burrows, and then once we get to a little bit higher level, we can start doing the Divine Box Trap, I believe? Let's see how many levels we end up getting from this first. Hopefully we get quite a few. Well, from all of that, we ended up getting level 8 Hunter. That is a lot better than what I expected. We are 984 total level overall. I think we ended up making a profit from that divine location. What? If these do sell for over 100k, that might have been a profit. Hold on. Yeah, in total we only spent about 27k. Wow, that still went for 100k, so we actually made a profit from training Hunter in the Grand Exchange. I like it. That's pretty good. Alright, we are closing in on level 90 fletching right here. So the first problem that we might end up running across with enchanting these, we need to get level 87 magic. I'm currently only level 84. Well, I'm going to be using the Vecna skull in order to boost and enchant these bolts. Originally, we paid about 72.8 mil altogether, and we sold everything for 75.2, about a 2.3 mil profit. Just AFK, I come back, and we have the winner right here. I guess he found me, I didn't even have to try to find him. That's kind of funny. Let's go ahead and give him his 25 mil. Enjoy, my friend. Thank you so much for the supports. I hope that helps you in some way.
Mwah.
Nice, we just sold a pair of Bandos Tassets for 2 mil, and we originally paid 1575, so that's a 425k profit. We just finished up with another 10,000 bolts. Let's go ahead and try to get these to sell, and I just thought of a potential method that we could start doing criminal bolts. Maybe. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna do a batch of 1,000 and see how smooth it goes. Well, I can really only do 1,000 because of the buy limit. Anyway, we're gonna make some criminal bolts next. You might be wondering, how are you going to do this? Don't you need 95 fletching? Yes, I do. I'm going to sit around and wait for a pulse core. Since it's only 1,000 bolts, and we can only do 1,000 bolts per 4 hours, I mean, that's honestly not going to be that bad. And hey, our onyx bolts just sold. So we end up getting in total 75.9 mil. Alright, so right now, all I'm going to do is just wait for pulse cores to start popping off and pray that we get a fletching boost. It could take a while, or it could happen instantly. Hey, we finally managed to get the boost, and we should be able to get all of these bolts done hopefully with this boost, because it did send us all the way to 97. If you didn't know, you're able to get up to a plus 10 boost in almost every single skill with pulse cores. Now that we have all of those bolts tipped, I ended up buying a super magic potion. This will boost our magic level by 12, and by using that, we can actually enchant the bolts. It might not be an elegant solution, but it will work for now. But in the spirit of training my magic as well as my fletching, I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch more adamant bolts and some diamond bolt tips, and we're going to try to tip these and enchant them. Hopefully we make at least a little bit of cash. I remember these did profit last time. We'll see if they still do. Hey, the ruby bolts ended up selling for 4.1. That's quite a bit over the mid price. We originally paid about 3.1 mil, roughly in total. Just finished tipping up all of the diamond bolts, we have 23,500. That did get us to level 91 fletching. Gonna go ahead and start enchanting them, and we will most likely get at least 86 magic. We might even get 87, it depends how much XP we get in total from this. I forget the diamond XP, we'll see. Hey nice, we just had a bunch of prayer potions sell. We sold these for just about 7.1. And we originally bought the 3 doses for 6.8, so about a 200k profit. Hey, nice, we just sold a Garbo Subjugation for 57.50. I ended up losing the offer, unfortunately, but I went back and looked at a previous clip. It was 4.9 mil, so that's an 850k profit. Nice, we just sold some Onyx Bolts for 37.7, and we originally paid, let's see, 35, about probably 36 in total, so about a 1.7 mil profit. Alright everybody, it is a brand new day. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Grand Exchange and see if our bolts ended up selling. Looks like they did. About a 1.4 mil profit. Hey, we just finished up with that batch of Onyx Bolts and we made about a mil. I'm gonna go ahead and try to buy another 5,000 tips because I've got plenty of bolts to go through. Hey, perfect, all of our Onyx Bolt tips came through. Let's go ahead, get those made and enchanted. We just sold those Onyx Bolts. It looks like we got another profit of about $1.25 million, I would say, roughly. I don't actually remember what we paid for the bolts, but we made at least $1 million. Let's go ahead and throw down our daily divination spot. Today we are going to be training up some Hunter, and if we get lucky, this might give us 1,000 total level. There's 997. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead preemptively drop some things and hopefully keep going. 998. Trying to make sure that I get as much XP out of this. 999. Are we gonna pull it off? Is this gonna be the 1k total? One more. There it is, guys. 1,000 total level. That is kind of crazy. Alright, I guess, we need to start making some money and buy that Richie Pet so that way I can travel out and start cutting oak trees. Alright, I ended up buying some black dragonhide and we sold some dragonhide shields for 2.3 mil just about, and we originally paid 1.9. Hey, we just ended up getting level 80 fire making. Not too bad. I wasn't quite expecting that. Just currently waiting on the Grand Exchange to go through. We did have these bolts sell, so I think we made about 1.2 mil from these as well. Hey, we just got level 75 agility. We're getting all the levels today. Alright everybody, it is a brand new day. Let's go ahead and check the Grand Exchange and see if all of our stuff is sold. Looks like all of our diamond bolts sold for about a 300k profit. And we were able to sell our Onyx Bolts for a 1.2 mil profit. All these criminal bolts ended up going for about a 6.2 mil profit. And then all these Torstal Incense Sticks sold for about a 4 mil profit as well. Doing pretty decent, I would say. Hey, we just got level 70 Prayer. I unfortunately missed a level, but we got it. I'm making incense sticks. I wasn't actually expecting to get the level off of making the incense sticks. Coming at you again with some more Onyx Bolts, and I think we made about a 2.5 mil profit on these, give or take. And we also sold some Torstal Incense Sticks, and these made 7.5 mil profit, actually. Not bad. I went ahead and I bought some Molten Glass to make bomb vials, and we made about a 950k profit on those. That's actually not a terrible method. It's something that you can pretty much do at any bank. It's not going to be much per hour, though, so might not do that a whole lot more. I do have a bunch of clay sitting here in the bank that I might go ahead and burn through. Apparently I was making farming urns at some point. I guess I'll carry on making farming urns. We are currently 85 crafting. With this clay, I should get a level. Mr. Snowman wants to give me a plushie. I suppose I'll accept said plushie. We'll go ahead and claim that. And we now have a plushie. Yes, I do know that this is technically breaking the rules, and it's just a cosmetic, though. Like, it's literally a 9k cosmetic. I could have just went and bought one, but he wanted to give it to me because he's Mr. Snowman. I thought I was supposed to hug it. Why am I... Oh, it's sheathed. Okay, that makes more sense. Thank you, Mr. Snowman. I appreciate you. That's pretty good. Alright, we finally finished processing all of the clay, and we ended with 882 farming urns. We'll see what these go for. I'm just going to drop them in at GE price, and hopefully, yeah, they did go. So that's another 4 mil profit. The clay, again, was already paid for previously. Looks like we've got 5,000 criminal bolts here. Let's go ahead, get them tipped, and enchanted. And we just sold some Onyx Bolts for about a mil profit or so. I went ahead and made another 1,000 Onyx Bolts, and I'm going to use this to just kind of have something to alch, mainly because I've been waiting on the Grand Exchange a lot today. Hey, nice, we just had our Ruby Criminal Bolts sell. The price did go down just a smidgen from what we sold last time. This right here is a profit of 3.8 mil, so it's still nothing to sneeze at, that's for sure. Alright guys, I currently have 100 million coins. Now, this is definitely not the smartest decision I am ever going to make on this series, but I'm going to go ahead and buy the Richie Pet. If we check the Grand Exchange, I do have some money still, so we will still have like 17 mil from these urns. We will still have like 10 11 mil from this chain skirt, we'll still have the 15 mil that's in here, and we still have the 3,000 bolts. I think I'm at a comfortable enough spot to go ahead and purchase the Richie Pet. If you don't have at least 10 million coins in your coin pouch, Richie will actually just ignore you. But if you have at least 10 million coins, he will say, "Good day," and he'll talk about your shiny stack of coins. But if we just go ahead and ask him if he's eyeing up our coins and show him our money, talk about how we've earned it, he will ask if we would be so kind as to share some of our coins with him. So of course, like any normal human being, I'm going to give him 100 million coins. Let's go ahead and hit accept. Rags to Richie has helped him achieve a total wealth of 100 million coins. As you clearly know how to increase your wealth, I have decided to join you on your adventures. There we go. I have unlocked the Richie Pet. Tier 1 Richie achieved. I'm honestly really surprised. I'm shocked. I'm happy that we got it already. But yeah, time to make some more money. We need to make another 9.9 bill. After purchasing the Richie Pet, we are currently down to a 64 mil total value. I totally just remembered, we've still got a couple of Yak Truck awards to claim as well. Looks like we've got some Pulse Cores, as well as 2 Elite Clues, like I'm ever gonna be able to do that. And a Harbinger of full... I got a title! Cool! Okay, I guess I got a star as well. Let's see what we get from a giant at level 34. 11k... Yeah, that wasn't worth it. That wasn't worth it. Alright everybody, it is a brand new day. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Grand Exchange and see if everything ended up going through. And unfortunately, it looks like we end up getting stuck with these Armadillo chain skirts. I bought it yesterday at 9.35. It actually took like 5 hours of me attempting to buy this, upping it by 25k every 15 minutes. I started pretty low, but it did take an unreasonable amount of time to buy it. Once I put in the sell offer, I kept lowering it, as I do, and it just never sold. And now, 20 hours later, it won't sell for 50k less than what I paid. I'm not sure what's going on with Armadillo. I'm just gonna dump it and get rid of it because I'm not taking a risk at losing more than a couple 100k. Yes, it could go back up, but it could also drop down more. I'd rather only lose 250k than lose 450k. Now, the only downside to really doing these criminal bolts, at least currently for me, is the fletching level. You need 95 fletching in order to actually tip these bolts, which I could use a fletching potion, but that would be cutting into our profits. Luckily, we can still get a pulse core boost, but it is something that is not necessarily quote-unquote guaranteed. We could have to stand here for anywhere between 5 minutes to 5 hours. Alright, that didn't take too terribly long to get the boost. Hopefully we can continue getting boost, because I don't think we'll be able to make all 8,000 bolts by the time that we drain 4 levels. I mean, I guess I could use the lobby method. If you don't know, all of your stats are in a 60-second refresh timer, and every time that you relog, that 60 seconds restarts. So say every 45 to 50 seconds you could relog and, in theory, keep a boost indefinitely. That ended up taking quite a bit longer than what I expected. So long, in fact, I was able to buy another 1,000 bolts, so we added another 1,000 to our total. That's actually kind of incredible. We originally, if you add all this up here, paid 24.9 mil. Essentially 25 mil. We got 35.3 mil. 10.3 mil profit, since we already have the 1,000 total level, and we did unlock Richie, which seems to have a broken shadow. It doesn't seem to track correctly, but that's okay, I'll deal with it. It's only the 100 mil Richie. Hopefully the 10 bill Richie has a working shadow, I swear. If it doesn't have a working shadow, we've got issues. Anyway, so I guess it might be time to go ahead and take our first steps out of the Grand Exchange since I got in here. And it's going to feel kind of wrong. Here we go. Time to start doing woodcutting. There we have level 40 woodcutting. Well, we already used all 200 of those charges. I think I might as well go ahead and just use all of these for chain axes as well. Since I don't think it would actually be worth banking these oak logs, I'm just going to be cutting them into arrow shafts. Once I start doing yew trees, I'm probably going to cut those into incense sticks, but we still need to get 1250 total before that's even a possibility, so that's for future me to worry about. But yeah, all these oak logs are probably just going to get converted straight into arrow shafts, simply to save me the trip of having to walk there. It probably takes roughly about the same time to bank them as it does to cut them, but What am I doing? I don't know. I also just remembered I'm currently 46 tree slapping, and I never went and bought the rune hatchet. Hey, our criminal bolts ended up selling. That's a good thing to see. That's about a, what was it, 10.3 mil profit? Oh, I forgot that was a thing. You can also get clues while skilling. I wonder, is it hard clues or elite clues? I think it's hard clues, but one of them has a clue step that is actually in the Grand Exchange, and also a varrock step that can also potentially be within the Grand Exchange. Imagine if we could somehow complete a clue. I think it could, in theory, be possible, but again, it would have to be like the same step back to back to back to back in order to achieve that. I'll keep that in mind and at least attempt to do hards whenever I see them. I highly doubt that we will ever actually complete one, but that could be a really cool side goal to just kind of have in mind. Hey, we just got level 50 woodcutting. Alright everybody, I feel like we're at a pretty decent stopping point right now, as our next goals would be to really kind of start rushing for 1250 total level, and that's probably going to take a couple of weeks, can't lie. I might end up having to do a couple of episodes working towards that, maybe even 3. I don't know, we'll find out. But let's go ahead and go look at our last episode and see what the likes are currently at. And on our episode 4, it looks like we are currently on 19 likes, and I think our last video was at 25 by this point. I kind of feel bad giving less. Here's an extra like. Here, 20 mil. Okay, let's go ahead and pick a winner and see who wins this 20 mil. All right, so we've got everything put into the website. We posted the link, filter duplicate users. Let's go ahead and get the comments and pick a winner. We've got 12 comments. Let's go. Julian Ferretti. Your dedication to killing imps is incredible. I legit quit lol Larison dream delayed. Actually, here, you know what? I'm going to quickly add you in-game. If you are online right now, I'll come give it to you. If not, I'll give it to you the next time that I see you online. Okay, it looks like you are either offline or have your privacy settings turned to friends only. If you have your privacy settings turned to friends only, be sure to add me so I can see you online, or just come find me. I'm gonna be in World 100 GE if I'm online, more than likely. But anyway, guys, I guess that's about all I got for you this time. I would also like to send a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. If you would like to help support me and get me closer to doing this full-time, I'll throw the link down in the description. I don't have a lot to offer in terms of perks, but I can give you early access to videos before they go public, a special Discord role, and I'm sure I can come up with some better perks in the future. But I guess until next time, don't forget to take her easy, and have a good.